And by...
Oh, you guys are so crazy!
Ha ha ha. I think that's as funny today as it first was back in the sizzling 70s. That's right. I'm Dexter Fong, and nothing will make me forget the thrill we had making funny records back then. Yes, my late partner Hideo Wallbanger and I were the men of modern comedy. And today, when the satellite net is crammed with the stupid drivel of the hot humorous 100, where can a gone cat like yourself get the laughs that we were making then just for you? What thrilling moments. Well, they're all yours now on a double fun, double deal. Dope Humor of the 70s, Volumes 1 and 2. Who can forget such modern comedy hits as Cheech Chong's Reuben and the Jets, or Kong, Ress, and Wonders Beat the Electrician? Who did you have your arm up when you first sighed to Bootleg by the 4 or 5 Crazy Guys? Or cut a rug to the antics of Hilario Gomez and the Wanderers? Yes, all million sellers, plus the fab Firesign, together again on this bonus extra. Yes, a rare collection of Phil, and Phil at their hilarious, inscrutable best, if you order now. Oh, God, wouldn't it be great to laugh again and stop bumping into things? Well, bozos, get on it and do it every day. Now the 70s aren't gone. If you're still smiling, order now.
Right Dope Humor Offer Box 69 California. That's Right Dope Humor Offer Box 69 California now!
Well, I think it's similar to a lot of people's experience was being really high in the around 1970, 71. I forget exactly what year, but listening. I think first I heard them on FM radio in New York City where I lived. WPLJ, which at the time was maybe the greatest rock station ever before it became formatted. It was a free-form format there, and they would play great music with no playlist, just whatever the DJs wanted to play. And they'd also, in between this music, they'd play Firesign Theater records, and it was just the perfect comedic sensibility for that state of mind, which, even though I stopped taking the drugs, I maintained that state of mind throughout the years.
By the way, Mr. Danger, you wouldn't happen to have any marijuana cigarettes on you, would you?
Hell, I haven't even got a script.
Very surrealistic of you, Mr. Danger.
Smoking grass is a private affair and doesn't harm anybody, he's told. It's a groovy way of relaxing, opening your senses. Tom is most interested in what he sees. These people, most of them college students, are bright and well-adjusted, very sure of themselves and their ability to handle anything.
Dreamed about a reaper 5 feet long.
We turned Cloris Leachman on to pot when we were down in location, Mexico, and she divorced him soon after that and won an Oscar. So there you go.
Last Picture Show, is that what you want?
You know, there's good drugs,
and there's bad drugs,
and there's times for using them,
and there's times for not using them.
And hey, brother, we're gonna use some right now.
If you swallow the preceding message, you can apply for further information and free samples from the President's All-Night Drug Abuse Council.
Kids who get high repeatedly don't want to come down. There's a wholesome abandonment of goals and ambitions.
Creativity. It's a known fact that grass increases creativity from 8 to 11 times. In fact, everyone finds that they're more creative stoned than straight.
All of us are latent Michelangelos or Carusos or Da Vinci's.
You get a lot of just people saying to you backstage or something like that, oh man, I was so wasted when and at a certain time you're thinking to yourself, okay, that's a compliment, that's great. Hey, thank you very much.
Yeah, I think that's great. So you were wasted. I'm really interested in that.
Oh, I'm sure it made it a lot better than it really was.
It's so culturally bound. Nobody went up to James Joyce and said, oh man, you must have been so wasted when you did that. Man, you must have been so out of your mind when you did Ulysses. It really just wigs me out.
You'll be high, but not for long. If you a viper.
We somehow had such we had a kind of collective ego of some kind which allowed us to think that we could just do this. We somehow didn't have to obey the rules that everybody held. We didn't have to put jokes at the end of every sketch. We didn't have to write sketches somehow. We didn't even have to write plays.
We didn't have to go on television.
Like our job was somehow to invent things. We were going to invent this thing where if we were going to do a record album, okay, we'll spend 2 weeks worrying about going through the hole to the other side. And if we're making CDs, we'll actually spend the time worrying about this kind of stuff for CD technology or for CD-ROM technology, the kind of stuff we're tending to work on now. And it just got out of hand. What can I say? we sort of never were able to turn around and say, oh no, great, we got to be on Laugh-In. It just sort of never happened, you know. And here we are. It's disgusting.